always knew what's about to happen to you. You'd leave now.
Some consider these traits to be toxic, such as undesirable in the men of today. We consider these traits such as these not only to be desirable, but to be appreciated and celebrated. Welcome to the Toxic Male Appreciation Show, hosted by and La Reina Creole. Welcome to the safe space for the toxic male.
Well, hello, everyone. I know we've been gone for a minute, but we're back. We're back for the Toxic Male Appreciation Show, first show in here on Twitch and the repeat on YouTube the following Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Of course, I'm here with my co-host, of Positive Fandom. How are you doing, my dear?
I'm doing great, Lorena. It's still the summertime. I'm enjoying the summer weather. It's summer fun is on. I am loving it. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. My sister was here to visit, so we had a great time. Went to the beach on Monday, which was gorgeous. It was hot. It was hot. It was hot, but we didn't just go to any beach. We went to one of my favorite beaches, which is on Patrick Air Force Base property. So it's very nice, very nice.
Were there any servicemen on the beach with you?
Not in uniform. Don't think in uniform, unfortunately, but gorgeous beach. It's a lot of fun out there, and it was great, even though it was stinking hot, but the water was fine and had a great time. I am thoroughly enjoying summer. It's one of my favorite seasons. Summer and summer and fall, they're right there next to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see the Gothic Knight. Hello, my dear. Yes, we are live. When we are on Twitch, we are live.
Yes.
When we are on YouTube on Sundays at 1 p.m. Eastern, that is a replay of the show. We're live in the chat, but not live on the stream. So anytime you see us, you see a notification from Twitch that says either one of us are live, we are live and in color. Yeah, no problem. The Gothic Knight. That is
we hear you.
A true question. Yes. Totally get it. So glad you folks are here. So we are getting back to watching the Terminal List, which I love this series. I really do. All the intrigue and the action is just crazy. It keeps you pinned to your seat. And the way the last episode ended,
it was so tragic. It was so tragic.
It was just I can't get out of my head, even though Chris Pratt is acting, and I think this is what definitely lets me know that he's a true actor, because it was serious. And I just saw the character of Jack Carr when he is just so visibly and audibly grieving over the fact that his wife and daughter were literally murdered. Basically with his own weapon, and just to see that kind of grief, that pretty much, and you have to be pretty cold to not be able to have your heart break for this man. And I think that's, some people get emotionally invested earlier, but I think by the end of this episode, if you're not emotionally invested in the character, you're not going to be. And I really don't think you cannot be emotionally invested in what he's going through.
Absolutely. It was so shocking. And I wasn't expecting that to happen. That was the last thing I thought was going to happen at the end of the episode.
I agree. I did not expect to see that. And I was hoping that was not gonna happen. We didn't expect us watching it that that was going to be the scene they were going to end on. But as soon as you saw his firearm and he's racing through traffic and he's trying to call the house, it's like we knew. But I like the fact that because of the direction and the action that kept you, it's like we knew, but he didn't. But we kind of knew. We're hoping we were wrong, and he'd walk in, and they might be like tied up on the couch or something like that. But we did
Yeah.
not expect for all of that carnage on the floor. But now he is a man with nothing to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Still doesn't know what's going on, except that he knows that these people, or whoever it was that killed his family, broke into his house, stole his gun, shot them with it, and came to try and kill him. So more stuff that's going on. So folks, we are going to get started watching season 1 episode 2 of The Terminal List. So we're gonna get started. We're starting in 7, 6, 5. Let's see if it starts at at minutes at 000. I think that there are a lot of clues in this opener.
Yes.
You saw The Art of War by Sun Tzu, that book.
Mm-hmm.
And how like the gun was deconstructed, that's something that you would see like in CSI.
Yes. It's interesting, the metals and then the brain scans.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was another clue, Lorena, that you were talking about, and the star turning into the Pentagon. The bucket of shells, are those shells?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shell casings.
Shell casings, thank you.
Yeah. So folks, we actually started on time. We're at 1 minute 10 seconds. Episode 2 of The Terminal List, called Encoding.
And this also must feel very intrusive to him, because he knows something's wrong, but he's waiting for someone else to say, this is the most effed up thing I've ever seen. What the hell is going on?
Exactly. Because you don't just come home and find your family murdered like that with your own weapon.
And Lorena, when we were watching the previous episode, I had mentioned to you that I thought he might have recognized one of those people who tried to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Like he kind of paused for a second and looked at them directly in their eyes.
Right.
That freaked me out.
That was very unsettling. Was just like, oh my God, he knows who these people are.
Yeah.
And how difficult is it when it's someone that you think that you can trust, and they're the ones that are trying to kill you? This was so, oh my God, this is so heartbreaking. So they have the caskets.
And he just went through the first part where he, was in the process of going through a funeral
That's
to other
right.
people who he's incredibly close to. And now the people that matter the most to him are gone. Practically everyone. It's very somber, but he's screaming inside.
Oh yeah. Like first he loses, his brother in arms that he was leading the mission for, and then his wife and his daughter are gone. And you remember, like in the other funerals, he was just, he was very stoic, he was very composed, and here he is just completely undone. And all he's thinking about is, I got to get these people. You're so used to seeing Chris Pratt as like that happy-go-lucky, affable, Star Lord, the kind of same character that was in Tomorrow War, but this is a completely different character.
He's speaking in Spanish, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It took me a while to get it too. You hear foreign language, you're kind of like, which is it one I recognize? It's like that time after the funeral, when people are kind of reminiscing and telling, stories about the deceased. Why does he remind me of Keanu Reeves from John Wick with the with the hair? I think that's what it is.
He's definitely the kind of guy that I think he's so easygoing. He's so nice. I guess similar to the Chris Pratt character.
Hmm.
You would love this guy. Like he's so laid back and in earnest. So I don't even know how to describe it. And he can laugh at himself, and it's like he's
Yeah, he doesn't take himself super seriously, but he's there kind of like his, for his friends, kind of like Argyle in Stranger Things.
yes, that's right. Very mellow.
Yeah, it's all right. It'll be cool. I got you back.
That's right.
But you can tell it's just like he needs him as much as they all need each other, and it's like the last family he truly has in a way, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's like, I want to go home.
Now this the man who's speaking in Spanish, is that his wife's father, his father-in-law, maybe, or a friend? We don't know.
Um, I don't remember.
I don't remember either. I just thought maybe perhaps.
Yeah, I think, is he a friend of the family? I think.
Mhm. I got to tell you, Lorena, I couldn't go home after that.
No, especially how deliberate, and this is how like Antoine Fuqua as an actor. It's like, I mean, as soon as a director, he pans right in on the kitchen, and you see those two blood stains that haven't even, that are probably never will ever go away. And then you just pan to him sitting there. For some people, I think for him, even though his family is gone and he's just, just buried them, it's like he just feels that that's where he can truly be with them. Even though it's like, do you want to really relive all of that all over again? Now he's recalling her drawing a picture, although he said he didn't remember her making this picture. You don't want dad singing. You can
there's
tell
the
he's
first part
making,
we know. Right?
he is making that up. Like, what was that? Wait, does her pet say SEAL team?
I don't
With the
know.
bird hitting the window? Yeah, I've seen that happen.
Yes. They forget that the building is there or the window
Mm-hmm.
is there, and
I
then
can't see
or
it.
a wind comes by and pushes them off course.
Mm-hmm. I had that happen once when I was a kid. I had to go. My mom was freaking out, so I had to go out and check that the bird was okay. It was actually okay. The robin was like stunned, but that's the first time, like, I actually had a robin sit on my hand. Then eventually, it flew away. But that was crazy. Does he see somebody?
He's having these, I don't even know what to call them. I'm not going to call them hallucinations.
It's like, I don't know. It's just like I want to say it's like alternate time realities. It's like he's sitting there, he's talking, then the next minute, he's looking at the picture, it's looking away, next minute it's gone. And I just noticed with his daughter standing in the mirror, one of her patches actually said SEAL team. I think I'll check it again, but I didn't catch that last time. I'm like, that's a weird scout costume.
Yeah, that
I thought
is.
that, okay, maybe they're doing something different, but just happened to notice that. Oh, well, check again. They show that again because that was really weird.
I have to say, Lorena, when it comes to how he keeps his weapons and everything, like they're so careful.
Very, especially when you have children in in the house. So that's a nice gun save.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Oh, that's some nice ammo. That's a gun save.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm salivating over all that ammo. This is my peace symbol and it's got a target. I love that. But he knows the guy. He's telling him he did not kill himself. And it's like they're not listening. to
No, they're
him.
totally ignoring him and brushing it aside. And his promises of it doing the investigation don't feel, honest.
Hmm. It's funny how we can pick that up along with him. It's like, we know you can't trust this guy.
Hmm.
And that's what I don't get. A family like that gets hit and it doesn't go higher up on your radar. They're just so nonchalant about this.
It's like having some kind of episode or
Yeah, it's almost like when you have vertigo and you can't tell what's real and what's fake. Dang.
I'm surprised the commander would speak to him in this tone, knowing what he has just lost. Like you would handle this man with kid gloves, wouldn't
Yeah.
you?
It's it seems very clinical, which makes me suspect.
Hmm.
That doesn't make sense.
No.
Why would you kill somebody and then go to an MRI appointment?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all.
No.
I wonder if it would show up on the MRI that you've done something unusual. If
Like your
like,
brain scan?
yeah, if you committed a crime and then went in.
Hmm. Might that be interesting? Might show a change in brain activity.
What's interesting about this is that we know that there were bodies there, but they were not found. So we know there's some kind of cover up going on
Mm-hmm.
immediately.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Man.
He looks so broken here.
Oh my God. Yeah. I think he doesn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Yeah, I guess you'd have to keep your weapon with you now.
Oh
There's
yeah.
no, yeah, you just have to keep it ready all at all times.
You don't know who's rolling up, especially after what happened. But anybody who knows you knows that's what you're gonna do.
So he's just found out that they're saying there's no bodies there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like I'm not crazy. I mean, we saw it.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. The Navy and NCIS really don't seem to like each other very much.
No,
Maybe
I
it's
didn't
just the
even notice.
Hollywood interpretation that I get, but yeah, it's kind of like the local police and the feds. Like they don't like it if the feds come rolling in and take over their case. Maybe it's kind of like that. So that's the yeah. Mm. Okay, what's he going to get? So she seems to have some credibility. If not, he wouldn't have signed that release.
And the vibe that I get from her, she's not a bad guy.
There's a bird. Where the bird hit
The glass.
the glass.
So it did happen.
Mm-hmm. I didn't catch that the first viewing. First of all, there's 5 of you guys hanging out with us watching the Terminal List episode 2 here on Twitch. So thank you so much for being here. He said skiff. I know what that means. Burner phone.
Write this down, please.
I know.
You're a reporter. Write it down.
Yeah, don't use WhatsApp. And you get exactly why he's doing this. So that when he contacts her it's like a secure line to contact her, and it's not, traceable.
Right.
So I like the detail that they put in there when it came to that. It's like the idiots who like calling a bomb threat on 911 with their own freaking phone. Oh, so his wife was a runner.
Mm.
See, I did, and this is a second viewing, and there's stuff that I'm picking up on. I want to say they do that on purpose. There's so much, and then the stories going on. It's just like you can't. It's like you can't pay attention to everything.
No, it's impossible to get it all on that first viewing.
Yeah, which I don't mind one bit. It's like you go back and see something. See something new. But yeah, he's like, dude, you can't do the Jack Daniels and meds. Is he looking at his Facebook profile? Yeah, he is.
So he's investigating the NCIS investigator.
Yeah. Or was he on LinkedIn? Intelligence. He was in Bahrain?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah. The eyes.
Ooh. He said he was the first person on the scene. Oh my gosh. He said he knew the guy. He knew who he was. Damn, I love how they do this. Hey, Darth Megatron, good seeing you here.
And
Nice
Lorraine
sticker.
some of them are trained in intelligence gathering, right? I mean, this is what I don't know what his specialty was, but some of them they can like memorize stuff like this in 2 seconds and find stuff like that. Of course, I could never, but
Intelligence takes a specific. I gotta pause for a minute. A specific skill set.
yes,
Let's put to you like that. Not everyone can do it. That's all I can say. It's like you have to have a certain skill set in order to be an intelligence. It's like you can't think like everyone else.
and that's the Hotel Coronado. So he's still on Coronado Island.
Mm-hmm. Y'all are gonna hear me say this often, but daggone it, Antoine Fuqua is an awesome director.
Yes, yes.
Just another day. Darth Megatron says you've got good taste in art. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm, she does. Oh, did he? Is that his piece? Is that the piece he made for
Yeah,
you?
I have to adjust my desk over a little bit more because I put stuff on the wall, but I didn't quite change it. But yeah, that's Darth Megatron's artwork up there. I love it. Hey, deleted scenes, stopping
Deleted
by to say
Scenes.
hello. Can't
Good to
stay.
see
We'll
you.
watch the replay. Well, thank you, my dear. Thank you. To see you. Wow, that's some crazy art on his back.
Yeah, that's some back piece. Is it nautical? Was it nautical?
I didn't catch enough of it to see exactly what it was, but considering how big, that's a lot of time.
Yeah.
I need you to look up somebody up. This is some Sherlock Holmes level stuff when you think about it. How he would
Yes.
profile criminals and all that. Yeah. Yeah, if he can put together a target package like that, he's still functioning extremely well. Just with whatever's going on in his head, it's like it's getting events mixed up, or they're kind of like maybe like out of place because we'll see him in one way, and then something slightly will change. It's kind of weird.
And I'm guessing he's had to put all the grief behind him right now and package that somewhere and focus
Yeah,
on this right now.
especially someone who's like in spec ops, who's very mission
Mhm.
oriented. He talk about his beer. The kind of beer he's drinking, that suspect.
Wow.
I wonder if it was Natty Ice. I wonder if it was Natty Ice. They call it skunk beer. That's what somebody told me. Oh, that's a squid.
It goes
It's
across his body.
gotta eat a
It's
lot of
very
them.
interesting placement.
Yeah, very. Ooh, classic. She doesn't suspect anything. It's like
No.
this is potential money, whatever you want to see.
And he's way too good looking to suspect shit. She's just like,
Exactly. Like, where do you want to go?
yeah, how long? I've got all day.
Yeah.
She got to laugh at every joke. She's got to
Mm-hmm.
smile at every smile.
Like,
This is
yeah, he
yeah.
smells like money. Ooh, interesting. Jogging path. You can figure out where the apartments are, where his.
So there's no alarm system in the building.
Mm-mm.
Don't most buildings have alarm systems?
Um, some do. I guess depending on where you live, some of them they'll have like a secure key to get in your apartment or like keypad, so you can like set it up to get in. Um, but usually the landlord does not want to pay for an intrusion alarm. You do that if you want to.
Hmm.
But this is like your classic deadbolt lock. So it looks like that's what they're using because he's looking at the locks and said, This is a deadbolt lock." Darth Megatron 69 says, been working on another diorama for my Transformers lately. Oh, cool.
Nice.
Cool. Dude, you have to follow this guy on Instagram. He has some really cool stuff he's working on. Poker? Who's this motley crew?
Are they IT peeps?
Yeah, they look like IT nerds. You hustling?
That's interference.
Wow. Mm. Mm.
It's her editor.
Yeah. Like, where's my stories? Like a weird J. Jonah Jameson. Making the oil rig I blew up from the first G1 episode. Okay, we are at 35 minutes and 13 seconds. Mm. Oh.
So this is where his friend supposedly killed himself.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Okay, he's got the gloves on. Got the lock picking kit.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. Like taking candy from baby. I forget which movie it was in. I think it was a Fast and Furious movie. But like, can you break this lock? It's like, can you can you give me something that's at least a challenge to try and do it? Yeah, that one's clear. Mm-hmm.
So the apartment's been sanitized, so to speak.
Yeah. Oh boy, what are we doing? Oh, to make sure he puts the laptop back exactly in the orientation that it was originally in. So if he goes back, because I think, no, wait, this is Holder's apartment. So if he goes
Yes.
back, just to make sure, that it didn't look like it was moved. Data dump. Yep, gotta align it perfectly the way it was. WD 40. That's some good.
101 uses.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you hear this music?
It's Aze.
Dang. Oh man. Mm. Well, that's black man material. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's so gross. Pick the phone up. Yeah, Washington. Yeah. Let that thing go to voicemail.
Good
I'm the
choice.
kind of person, if I don't know you, because the people I know, I'll tag you as a contact. But if I don't know you, I swear I will not pick up their phone.
Yeah.
No. Friend in the back. All right. I guess she was the 202 number. I'm always suspicious when Fed shows up,
Mm-hmm.
especially a politician.
She's in there for an agenda.
Oh, yeah. I see politicians show up and it's like in what was it, Iron Man 2? Senators, it's like, we want you to hand the suit over. It's like, no, can't have it. Can't have it. Hmm. Why is everybody's phone going off?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Wait, that was the guy they were trying to get in the first place. Why was everybody's
Is over. Because she wants to think that it's him to think that
Yeah,
it's closed and done and everything's tied up in a nice little bow.
and it's over. You can go home. But he knows something is up. They were fed bad intel, and now all of a sudden, a couple of weeks later, they capped the guy.
It doesn't make any sense.
No. That's when you tell your friend, I almost shot you. Holder pulled this prince. Yeah, because you always, your prints are on file with the FBI.
So
I had fun doing that.
He stabbed him when when the guy was assailing him, and so therefore he knows that if he can find that wound, he's the assailant.
Yeah, he's the dude. Well, there's the cleanup crew, the crime scene cleanup crew. Meet my
Mhm.
friend, Mr. Franklin, and his brother.
Mhm. A few friends.
Yes.
Now get the hell out of here.
Okay, let me get
Run.
out of here. Nobody can
Run.
see me running.
Oh, God.
He just it's like his expression is unreadable. You
I love these
know,
expressions on his
it's just
face,
like
Lorraine.
focused.
Hmm. Nothing will come between him and the mission.
Yeah. Like
It's
somebody
like
gonna die tonight and it's not gonna be me.
it's like when Reacher told that man, he says, "Make sure you get your kids out. Don't let anything stop you."
Yes. And he was serious. It's like nothing. Nothing stop you.
And you knew nothing was going to stop him from getting those
Mm-hmm.
kids out.
Some of these shots, like it makes you disoriented the way that Reese would feel. I love how they do that. It's got a silencer on it too. Woo!
And the light reflecting just enough off the gun so you can see what it is.
Crazy quiet. Oh, is it him? He's like, okay, so I got his gun. Hey, get him put a silencer in your mouth. 1911. Nice gun.
Jesus.
Yeah, he did. He's like, don't make me ask you twice. Zip that. Mm. What is he hearing?
What?
So now he's back in Syria? Is that Boozer? Oh, somebody had to interrogate. Hmm. It's weird. It's like it's this is crazy. What? So he's a snitch.
What is he gonna like hit somebody with a gun over the head with a
I don't
bottle?
know. You're gonna you against the Navy SEAL.
Come on. You don't even stand
That
a
is
chance,
not going
bro.
to go the way you think it's going to go.
Mhm. You drop the
Yeah,
gunshot, the shell, the oh jeez,
yeah, we'll
the
make him look
shell
like he shot
or
himself.
whatever the thing is.
Yeah, there
Oh,
we go.
it's too conveniently placed.
Clean up your shells, and then you sell the shells for the gun. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. So
Walk out
this,
quietly.
yeah, like poetically, how he's walking out, and you see the American flag up there. The very people that you thought were supposed to protect you are the ones basically selling you out.
Well, now he's gotten the affirmation from an agent, a federal agent, that something is awry. So he
Hmm.
knew it before, but now this just confirms it even
He
more.
truly knows it. Right. Exactly. Dang.
Oh my god, that was so good. That
This
was so good.
just gets
Oh my gosh.
more and just more and more intriguing. And it's interesting how at the end you're not really hearing any theme music. All you hear is like ocean. And that's it. Wow, that is absolutely crazy. This show, this show, I tell you, it's something else. It's like Reacher. It's like you get enough to the end that as soon as you think something is wrapped up, something else opens up, and you're kind of like, okay, I have to watch the next episode. What did you think about the way this episode wound up?
I think that ending, like you said, Lorena, where he's quietly walking away and you have to digest it all now because he's gotten this confirmation from one of the agents who's lied to him a few times and has
Hmm.
lied to the reporter. Remember, he was the main person speaking to the reporter.
Right.
and even the reporter had doubts about his comments. But to hear
Mhm.
him say that he's working for someone and is involved in this, and for him to try to, like, let's say, kill uh, him, tells you right there that something is off. Supposedly it wasn't him. He didn't have the stab mark wound in the arm,
Mhm.
the jab. He didn't have that, but he certainly was holding back a lot. And now whatever he got from him, he got from him. He has a contact name. This is just the beginning, isn't it?
It really is. It really is. And we can tell that just the fact that this guy is being paid off by someone else. So that's already a bribery charge,
Yes.
of a federal agent. Like you that's nah. Nah. That's something you can get prosecuted for. But the fact that this guy as NCIS is just taking, basically on the take from someone else, and it's just so now we know there's, like you were saying, there's someone else behind the scenes pulling the strings, and the fact that that NCIS agent got sloppy around the wrong person. Now we're starting to see how far the rabbit hole is gonna go.
Yes, and we also saw that, I guess, is she a politician, the woman who came by to speak to him, and
Hmm.
even she has her hands in this. So now he knows it's not just NCIS. Maybe this lady who seems to want to force him in a certain direction. She wants
Hmm.
him to kind of close the case in his mind.
Hmm.
And she should know that no man on earth would be able to close the case on this one. He won't stop until he finds out what happened.
Palpatine's behind it all. I think she's Palpatine, and but that's kind of like a good way to say that, because when you first see her, there's no, how to put this, there isn't a sense of urgency or warmth in her voice, like, I'm so sorry all this, is happening, it's happening to you. It's kind of just this, oh well, your father was a SEAL, and the whole, military children have kind of going this weird direction. And how interesting was the timing she shows up, and then I'm like, why are all these people's cell phones going off? Or I guess getting notification, like we would get a push notification on our phone for news. I guess that's what that was. But then on the news, you see that this dude who they were supposed to kill and didn't because the mission was compromised, now all of a sudden the guy has been taken out.
Yeah, it is very surprising that that would be the course of events of what happened. And it is unbelievable at the moment that he's speaking to her that the news is released.
Exactly. That's highly, highly suspect. That would be like one of our SEAL teams, failing to capture bin Laden, and they're all killed. And then 2 weeks later, you find out someone else, or you don't know who it is, managed to take them out.
Yeah, we're not buying it.
No, we're really not. It's like something does not make sense. Special forces doesn't just fail
No, they
like
don't.
that. That's nah. Nah, it doesn't. But it's interesting how the more how we see Reese kind of like disoriented, trying to remember things, the more we see kind of what's going on the outside. That's basically saying, he's not crazy. It's like he's not crazy. Something isn't quite up, even though we can't really tell, yet.
And I'm guessing as an operator, he's accustomed to working around distractions, and those visions that he's having, or maybe he's trying to recall information and work things out in his head.
Hmm.
Um, I guess they are distractions, but I don't think it's going to stop him from finding out what's going on and completing the mission, so to speak.
No, I think he's going to be hell bent on completing it, especially one given that he is a SEAL, and a lot of that is mental training. Like the last episode where, you see them out on the beach and they're training, and the drill instructor's like, "You want to ring that bell? It's okay if you want to ring that bell," you know. And we were talking about how you ring that bell if you want to quit, but it's there, but it's like nobody wants to do it, but there's a mental thing. And I remember Chris Kyle was like, yeah, there were a couple guys who did, and he's like, I didn't think any less of them. They bring them blankets and they're all warm and giving them hot food and stuff, and you're there freezing and shivering, and it's such a want somebody to pee on you just so you can get warm. It's such a psychological thing where it's like, I want to be that comfortable, but I have to finish the mission. And it's such a mental discipline that you can see it on his face. He's like, this mission is extremely personal, and he's ready to take these people out with extreme prejudice. And we're just like, yep, we want to see it. Kind of like how when Reacher, when we found out that his brother, was killed, and we're just like, okay, we want to see exactly how many people he's going to wind up killing to figure out what happened with happened with his brother.
Absolutely. This certainly does have a certain sense of similarity to it, especially with him also losing his part of his family there in this story.
Mhm.
And it is also very interesting in the sense of um, we just found out that someone has seen the results of this CAT scan or whatever the scan was of
Yeah.
his brain.
Hmm.
And of course, the reporter, I can't read a CAT scan. Trained people read that thing,
Yeah.
and she knows she's got to take this to a doctor to find out what's in the CAT scan. But
Hmm.
if she hadn't been as aggressive as she was, she would never have gotten those results. And I have a feeling that those results are going to be very important going forward, because it seems to indicate, at least from the story, that he is having issues. Not, I wouldn't call it, I mean, he's having these recall issues,
Hmm.
not because he's insane, but because perhaps there's something that's disconnected. Not because I mean, I don't think I'm not even quite sure how it would be diagnosed. But there is
Hmm.
something. He was having the CAT scan because of this, right, Lorena?
Yeah, because his wife said, you kind of need to get that checked out, because the way that he was behaving, some of it was like, was erratic, and he couldn't recall certain things. And it's like your brain can't figure out which file, to access. So you're kind of like in this fog. You lose track of time, track of events. You don't quite remember how events occurred. It's kind of like, I say, like for some people who have Alzheimer's, like they forget their own name, they forget how to do certain chores. They remember things in a certain way, but they're not that way, and it's hard for them to reconcile it. So with him getting, his brain checked out, I think when that reporter at least got the initial report after she bribed the nurse, that whatever summary notes were put there in the front of the report, that it was enough for her to know that this is crazy, because there's usually a high level diagnosis. So she probably read that and said, okay, I need an expert to really look at this, because this looks huge from the outside looking in, but I need someone I need neurologist that's at the top of their game to look at this and tell me what's going on. And she's just like, this is a huge story. So between Reese finding out that NCIS agent basically got bought off and was trying to kill him, now you have the reporter finding out, believe her name is Katie, right? Yeah, that she found some bombshell information. So it's
Yes.
kind of like the A and the B story. Like the A story, he's trying to find out what's going on and who's trying to kill him, who killed his family, all of that. And then the B story, we're trying to find out what's going on in his head, because we can see that for what's going on. So I'm so excited for episode 3. I want to know who's on the list, because he wrote the one name, James Holder.
Oh,
That was the first
yes.
one that he wrote. Granted, dude probably would have survived if he didn't try to take out a Navy SEAL. That just nah.
Yeah, probably. And I think that he was not going to stand down, even though he had his hands, strapped together, or whatever you want to
Hmm.
call it, bound. His
Hmm.
hands were bound. That guy
Yeah.
was not going to stand down, even if he took the bindings away,
Hmm.
he would have attacked Chris Pratt.
Yeah, because he had too much to lose. Just like,
Yeah.
no, you find out, you know that I'm being bribed. I can't let you get out of here. So hopefully I'm lucky and I can like knock you out. But no, didn't turn out that way.
Yeah.
Didn't turn out that way.
And I also
Not at all.
think that we from what we can see, at least at this part, is that Chris, the main character, he's going to do whatever it takes to find out the answer.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So this is I don't know how many people have gone down. He might have gotten 1 or 2 men who tried to kill him while he was in the
Hmm.
MRI
Hmm.
place. Maybe this is the 3rd person who he's had to.
I think so. Yeah. I want to say 3. I want to say 3. That's about right. So now we have to see. We saw the start of the list, so now we have to see who else is going to get added to it.
But what was interesting was that after the altercation, the man kind of forced his hand to kill him. He had a gun and then the shells and all this sort of stuff. So he left, technically speaking, he left no trace.
Yes.
So, but yeah, I don't know whether the man who was killed, whether he left the gun there, making people think that he killed himself, or
I think
is
that
that,
was I think that was I think that was it.
yeah.
With, if I can recall correctly, I think from the trajectory that he was shot, like under the chin like that, I think it's like, oh, okay, yeah, they're gonna think that's a suicide. So yeah, I think that's why he did that. So picked up the shells from his gun and probably only left one to make it, because I think it was a single gunshot, if I remember correctly. I think it
Right.
was, yeah. So single gunshot, they're looking for one shell, they're not looking for multiple shells. So yeah. Yeah, he cleaned that up, put the gun put the gun in his hand in the correct position. That's some fast thinking. So gonna be interesting to find out the next episode what the
Yes.
aftermath of all of
Yes.
this is gonna be. So cannot flip and cannot wait. Episode 3, we're gonna be doing a watch party for it here
Yes.
next Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern. So before we head out, do you want to tell the folks where they can find you and what you have coming up?
Yes, guys. Of course, you can find me on my YouTube channel, Positive Fandom. You can also find me on Twitch and on Odyssey now. Um,
Nice.
yes, I am also on Odyssey, so I'm really happy about that as well. So if you subscribe to any one of those 3 platforms or
Mm-hmm.
all of them, please do subscribe to my channel on each one of them, guys. Tomorrow at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, you can find me on Midnight's Edge in the Morning with Tom and Andre. Lorena, I'm probably going to be joining you at 7 o'clock.
7 p.m. Eastern. Yes, yes. I have a new anime show. Basically, just watching anime, and we're actually going to start to watch season 6 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which is Stone Ocean, also known as Green is the New Black, women's prison series. So there are new episodes that are supposed to drop in September, but you know what? We're starting from the beginning of season 1. So reviewing two episodes a week. So that's going to be fun. Ooh, those
Yeah.
watching, doing a watch party with you. So it's going to be great. We're doing that through Scener and
Yeah, I'm looking
broadcast to
forward to
YouTube.
that, Lorena. And of course on Fridays and Saturdays, sometimes you can find me streaming with Robert Meyer Burnett on the Post Geek Singularity on our midnight musing show. And Lorena, I'm going to be joining you again on Saturday night at 7
Yes,
p.m.
Saturday night at 7 p.m. We're going to be doing a watch party of one really, really super acclaimed anime film, Ghost in the Shell, the
Yes.
1995. We're actually going to be watching the 25th anniversary version
Oh,
of
wow.
that. So it's going to be so exciting. It's going to be so much fun.
I can't wait for that. And on Sunday mornings, of course, you can find me on Positive Fandom for my Sunday brunch show. It's a live show, 10:30 a.m. in the morning, where we do all the parlay and the fandom, everything that's going on. Guys, please stop by and please do check it out.
Yes, 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 yes. Please, please, please do. Make sure you're subscribed to Positive Fandom and watch all her material because we need to get her monetized. So definitely, definitely put in those watch hours. Run her playlist, in one of the tabs on your computer. Hit it and let it run. She's awesome content, especially Sunday brunch show.
Yes, yes. The Sunday brunch show is a lot of fun, and you've stopped by so many times, Lorena, to support the show and the channel. And of course, on the show, we promote everybody. So part of the things that we like to do, because this is how we are, we support other creators.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are someone who is a creator out there, do stop by to Sunday Brunch. We will promote you because that's what we do. We like to support the arts and creativity and also talk all the parlay in the fandom. So, yes.
It is an awesome show. Awesome
Thank
show. You
you.
simply must check that out. As for me, let's see. Covered pretty much for what we're going to be doing. Of course, watch party on Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern. That's my
Yes.
animated life. So we're watching I think about 30-minute episodes of anime, just kicking back, relaxing, watching, having a good time. We like to talk back to the screen, so you'll see us do a lot of that. Of course, let's see. Saturday morning at 9 a.m. Eastern, I will be live streaming from Universal Studios Orlando because
Yes.
Halloween Horror Nights is starting to take shape. So we're going to be there checking out, seeing what's been put in place and kind
Nice.
of just seeing how things are shaping up with Halloween Horror Nights. And of course, you can ask me questions about Halloween Horror Nights in general, everything from tickets to when's the best time to go to what to expect when you arrive, those sorts of things. So I'm excited. Halloween Horror Nights is a big, huge deal at Universal Orlando.
Mhm.
I can't even tell you the exact scale of it, but things are starting to go into place. So we're going to go check that on Saturday morning. And of course, Saturday evening, 7 p.m. Eastern, watch party for The Ghost in the Shell. So we will be watching that along with you guys. And let's see. So that's Saturday, Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, the Welcome to Florida show. Talk about the second craziest state in the union. And this week, we're going to be featuring the very, very, very famous and infamous sheriffs in Florida. One sheriff who's notorious for having a show called Wheel of Indictment, where he basically puts all the felons on his. Oh, yeah. To basically ask the community's help in finding these people who are basically convincing them to turn themselves in. So that's one of them. So we're going to be talking about Florida sheriffs. the amazing jobs that they've been doing with capturing felons, keeping the community safe, and the very inventive ways how they do so, and the colorful personalities. So please do come and check that out. Monday, of course, 8 p.m. Eastern, Toxic Femininity, which you can catch on Midnight's Edge with myself, her of Positive Fandom, and Nina Infinity. So that's awesome, awesome show. Definitely check that out. Get that toxic feminine point of view where it comes to things that are going on in the fandom and in pop culture. So please do come out for that. And of course, Wednesdays. If you missed last night's show, 8:30 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, the Dark Council convenes on Drunk 3PO's Basement channel. It's a permanent home. Please do come and check that out. Last night we were talking about recasting T'Challa, how that movement is just gaining ground. And we had some amazing discussions. I know you had an amazing comment to come in with that generous super chat. And it was just a really great time with very good discussion. So please do watch the replay of that. And I do believe that's pretty much we're some busy people during the during the week, but we have so much fun doing streams together, watch parties together, getting together, get in contact with you guys in the fandom. And I see you, BK Panther says I just caught the end. Good seeing you. Good seeing you. And says, so the gunshot to the head could be considered a suicide, but his hands were bound. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember seeing if he cut those off, if he took those off, or what he did. So that's an interesting point.
Yeah, that is a good point.
Yeah, that's going to be a real interesting coroner's report. That's all I'm going to say. All right, folks. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Remember, meet us back here next week, 5 p.m. Eastern, and we're going to be watching episode 3 of this on Twitch. If you are watching this on YouTube, the video premiere replay on Sundays at 1 p.m. So glad you joined us for that. So, with that said, folks, we're going to wrap it up. Thank you so very much. Take care, all you toxic males out there, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.